Neutral ground Sheboygan, here to
This guy can cut over.
Alright, we're here at neutral ground Sheboygan. Going to go over how to finish the arm lock from the top position. So Andy's going to get on his back, and we have gotten into this really dominant position here, where we have isolated his arm, and we're trying to finish the arm lock. Okay, and he is defending in the various different ways. Okay, so at this point, Andy's grabbing ball and socket grip, which is a low-level defense that a lot of people hold to this arm for dear life. Okay, and we must remember when we're in this position, you have time on your side. Okay, I don't care about tournaments where your time is running out. If you end up in this position, you're winning. Okay, so you just need to be patient and maintain this position. Okay, that's the first thing. How do we maintain the position? Head control. This leg is important across the head. If this leg is not on the head, he has the ability to sit up and start escaping. So this leg is going to move and float around wherever he adjusts. If he starts to sit up, I straighten the leg out, push his head back down. If he's down here, I can hook him in. Okay, that keeps control here. But there's a little bit of space here, so if he tries to sit up, I just smash back down. I got to keep adjusting to control his head. I can also cross my feet. Okay, that's a very good control also. And you're going to have to adjust this on the fly to maintain this dominant position. Okay? If at any point my hips start escaping or he starts scooting away, we start getting distance here, his elbow can slip out. I want to avoid that. How do I avoid that? Keep my hips close, my pelvis close to him. If I'm having trouble because he's pulling away or sneaking out, one hand, whatever hand is not isolating the arm, pushes in to keep it snug. I bite in here, bite in here. Again, if he starts to raise up, smash back down. And I'm going to have to adjust to keep this position. If he's not doing anything, then I don't have to adjust. Okay, you're going to have to feel it. Okay, and at any point you can switch arms, but you do not want to let this arm go. Okay, obvious elbow to elbow grip, deep. You can hold your hip. If you have your gi, you can hold the gi. Doesn't matter. If you're on this side, isolate with the head. You can secure the leg. Secure the leg, or go across and secure both legs. Very powerful control. Okay. This side has different advantages too. Can't control the legs on this side, but I have access to his gi collar. I can start affecting a choke, different things. So you adjust how you see fit, but you have to maintain control. So the first low-level defense, the ball and socket grip. Very easy, low level. So first thing I maintain. I don't rush it, it's on my terms. So the first thing he does is he's thinking about defending his elbow at all costs. So he's gripping on hard. Okay? What he's not thinking about is his wrist. He's only thinking about his elbow at this point. So I put my hand on his forearm, and I just wedge it in between his two hands. Okay? His wrist and the back of his hand. Very simple at this level. Boom. Then I start turning my palm towards the back of his hand. At this point, I focus all my pressure on the back of his index knuckle, right there. The palm of my hand on the back of his index knuckle. Back here, wedge in. Palm, clasp, and I start to press the index knuckle into his elbow. Okay. If I get the wrist lock, great. What he's going to probably do is extend his arm to avoid the pain. At that point, we take the arm lock. Okay, so that's low level 1 defense. Very easy. Okay, a lot of guys just think, and we're wasting our energy. Hey, it's on my terms. He's giving me a clear, easy path to his wrist. Elbow is blocked as he's defending. The very first one. Second one is he'll do an S grip. Okay, this is somewhat limits his wrist access because I can't manipulate the ends of his knuckles. Okay, they're tied up. If I can separate his hands, yes. A little harder to isolate the wrist. So what I do here is I can use my foot, a standard way. If you want to control the foot, or I'm sorry, the legs, This hand, that's fine, that's extra control. I'm just ignoring that for right now, focusing on this part. So from here, keep the head control leg, okay? With the body control leg, put the arch of my foot right in the crook of his elbow. Okay? And all I gotta do is push. Okay? What if the guy is twice your size? Twice your size, twice your strength, can bench 500 pounds. This might not even work. So at that point, you have to mis-tempo it. You have to alter the tempo. You can't just go push where it's predictable and he can counter his muscles to defend it. You have to maybe push, and then quickly pop it where he's not expecting it. So alter the tempo. 1, 2, 3. Not just 1, 2, 3. Alter the tempo. And then you can take the wrist. Okay? So that's from this S grip, standard arm break or arm lock defense break from the S grip. The second one from this one would be if I can slip my my leg through to the other side and put this one to the other side. Okay? And I make a little X, and I do the X break. Same thing. Take the wrist. Okay? We're not going to go into the arm lock mechanics. This is just how to break this defense. Crossing my feet. There's space. Foot, foot. Break. Okay? At any point, I keep this one on the bottom. So he goes back. This one that's on his body, when I make the X, goes on bottom. The one that's on his head goes on top. Okay? I don't want to have this way. I want to have it this way. Why? Because if I break the grip and he suddenly sits up, he falls right into a triangle. Okay? If I have it the other way, I break and he comes up, my legs are a little bit more trapped. Right? And I have to make further adjustments. The triangle is not right there. Okay? So standard X, foot X. 1, 2. Okay? And then all you do is extend. Now when I pull the arm lock, I don't want to pull from the elbow. Okay? Because even if he has a strong grip, I'm pulling at the wrong point. I isolate with the elbow, pull at the wrist. Isolate with the elbow, pull at the wrist. I can break the grip with the elbow, but I cannot take the elbow without the wrist. So I can do this and pop his grip on his grip, but I can't affect the lock unless I pull at the wrist. Okay? So that's the next S grip. Okay, now he's a little bit more savvy, and he does this rear naked choke. Go ahead. Okay, and he rear naked chokes. This is hard. A lot of people get stuck here. Okay, obviously, if this were the street, this would open up the arm lock. Okay? But when we do pure grappling, we take out that factor and we focus a little bit more on sophistication. Okay, so what we're going to do is elbow to elbow always, hold, or if you have the gi, hold here. This hand is going to mis-tempo it, alter the tempo. You don't want to just push, or I'm not going to just pull, he's too strong. So what I'm going to do is all at once, I'm going to surprise him and palm strike or palm push his other elbow. Okay? Quick. And this one, after it does it, reaches up for the wrist, or this one can come up to the wrist. Choice is yours. Okay? So here, got control. And take the arm. Okay? So that's the rear naked choke arm lock defense. A lot of guys get stuck here. And then all you have to do is that. Okay? Next one is the same type of concept, but I'm not doing it with my hands. I'm going to do it with my legs. If you're flexible enough, you can just flip this leg up there. I'm not quite that flexible, so I have to move my arm to hold it. Okay, I put my leg there. Now I just use my leg to break that grip. Okay, one time. Tap. Good. So, it'd be great. You can also do it this way, but I don't like to let go of the head control. I only do that if I have to. Because from here, he can posture up and start stacking me. And with this strong defense grip, he might win. He might just smash out of it. So here, now try to posture up, baby. Just pull the leg out. Okay, head control. Okay. Now, options. You just go to the standard S grip. Okay. Feed the leg through. If it's close and you can't get the space, you can reach up to this elbow and pull. You're making the loop big. Now I can stick my foot through. Okay, and then maybe I can't break his grip. Well, then I'll put my foot on this side and I'll release this. He's holding so tight, and let's say I put this through, I take this off. He might see an avenue out of the arm lock. He just comes up all the way to his knees. Then I allow him into the triangle. Okay? And let's say he knows the triangle is around the corner. He knows there's a triangle waiting for him. He doesn't want to sit up. Put this here. Put this here, take this off. He's not coming out. He knows as soon as he sits up, I'm going to bite him with the triangle. So instead, I use this grip against him. I lean back and it lifts his head up. This foot goes, or this knee goes right at the back of his head. Pushes it. Then I do a shallow triangle. Okay, from here, I'm using the lower part of my shin against his carotid. Here, and then I can just squeeze. And it's like a Darce choke with the legs. It's a shallow triangle choke. A little bit more narrow bone into the neck, a little bit more pain. So it's not a full-on triangle choke. I call it the leg Darce. Here, boom. Okay, maybe a little bit of crank action, but usually it bites like a Darce. Okay, so once again, here. If he starts to sit up all the way, we just allow him into the regular triangle. If he knows that's waiting for him, you can just go into the leg Darce. Okay. Once again, low level. Wrist. Next level. Foot. Arch of the foot right there. Miss tempo. Pop. Take the wrist. Okay, another one. Foot. Foot X break. Pop. Again, if this fails and he comes up because I no longer have leg control, I go right to the triangle. Rear naked choke 1. And rear naked choke 2.